Hello, everyone, and welcome to Starlight Tarot. Today, we will be checking what are the messages from the universe about your love life. It could be any sort of a relationship. If you're single, this reading is for you. If you're in a relationship, if you're in commitment, if you're married, if you're in a situationship, if you're friends with benefits, anything, this reading is for you if you just would want to know what are the patterns that you're repeating. Do you really have to heal something within you to make your relationship better, to open your heart chakra? So, if you're interested, stay tuned and we will be diving right into it about what is this all about, okay? And what universe would want to communicate with you. So, to move ahead with the reading, you have 3 cards here. You can select any cards based on their color, based on their design, based on their caption, and the keyword that is written. It's a collective timeless reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, so we'll get started. And before that, I'm going to give you a closer look at your cards. Group number 1 is balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Group number 2 is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And group number 3 is love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So pause the video if you would want to meditate a bit longer onto the cards, maybe zoom onto the images, and we will get started. Hello, group 1. So those of you who resonated with balance, this is going to be your reading. We are checking what are the messages from the universe about your love life, about your relationships in general, and about your love life, okay? So let's just get started. Group number 1, universe, please tell me what are your messages for group number 1 about their love life. Mending bridges. Messages for group number 1 about their love life. Star Brothers. Find your haven. And answer the call. Just one more card before we get started. It's quite a spread here, I know, but hey, we have to be thorough, right, guys? When it comes to the universe, we don't want any missed messages. What are the messages from the universe about pile number 1, group number 1, current love situation, eclipse? Okay. And we will also be checking through tarot as and when that is required. But I'm going to pick up first like what these cards are going to tell you, and then we will move on to the tarot. So, okay. The first thing that I'm picking up here, pile number 1, is that there is a need for you to learn when you're single or when you're separated from your current love situation. If you're single, then you have to come into the energies where what do you actually need in your love life, in your relationships, how you would going to want your relationship to look like in the future, what do you really want out of your relationship? Because what I see here is that you are operating from a place of, how do I put it? Operating from the place where it is more societal driven and less about what do you want in that relationship. Okay. Um, you're someone who actually relies a lot when it comes to society. You are someone who would want to maintain your image. You are someone probably are looking for a person who checks all the boxes when it comes to your person. You are basically viewing your partner from your society's lens and less from your own lens, because there is a need for you to find that balance, that a good person who is, who your society is saying wow what a match, may necessarily not be your perfect match. This is a little bit deep, but that is what universe is trying to tell you, that there has to be a balance, because you are seeking validation from the society too much, that what you're doing out here is like you're just trying to collaborate your conscious and your subconscious mind and try to work logic in between. However the case is that you just do not know yet, like what do you actually want in a relationship, and what is it that your first, second, third parameter that you would want so that it sustains for a longer time, it sustains lifetime. And that should not be judged from the societal lens, it should be judged from your own sense. Understood? So whenever you're alone, when you're not in a relationship, that is when this eclipse thing is coming into picture, or that is when you are in despair, when you have no hope, that is when you will going to find your inner strength. Okay, when you're going to find your inner strength, you will going to find that there is something within you that is pushing you towards enlightenment about what do you actually want in a relationship, and that is something that you have to accept it with the answer your call. What is your soul calling you to do? What is your soul wanting you to do? What kind of relationship does your soul wants? 1, 2, 3, these are the qualities, these are the primary qualities that you would want in a person. Perhaps it could be emotional stability, perhaps it could be vulnerability, perhaps it could be the feeling of safe, being safe and secure in a relationship. Perhaps you would want someone to rely on completely, to be like dependent on them. Or perhaps, if you are someone who's an alpha woman or alpha man, someone who could just admire you, someone who can just support you and stand behind you no matter what. So that is one sort of a calling that you have to understand. So how we are coming to this particular story is basically, whenever you are in despair, when you're lonely, when you're not with someone, you have to find that what is your inner strength, what is it that you actually want. Okay, and then you have to come back to your find your haven, as in what do you want in a relationship, what is your safe haven, what is your safe space. Being in a relationship with someone, what does that mean for you? What are you actually seeking out of that relationship? Okay, then of course you need to have a balance. The balance is basically from for yourself, your inner self, and for something which is like your conscious and subconscious, like you would want to heal and basically build a bridge, like this is what the society wants, this is what I want, and there is a bridge in between, because what clearly is important, it is what you want and not what society looks up to as an ideal couple or ideal person to be with. Okay, answer the call means that you have to find within yourself what is it that you want, and then you have to accept it, that yes, this is what I want. For some of you, it might not be necessary that your person drives a Ferrari. For some of you, it might not be necessary that the person owns a house. For some of you, it's just about feeling safe and vulnerable with that person. While for some of you, there could be a case that you would want financial abundance because of whatever your past has because whatever that your past has, that it was not financially that much abundant. So now in order for you to feel safe, you want someone with financial abundance and a sense of stability. Okay, and that is when it comes to star brothers here, it's basically mending bridges and balance between your conscious as well as your subconscious, basically your emotional side as well as your practical side, and there is a middle ground to it. You don't have to be too much practical, you don't have to be too much emotional. It is not like, okay fine, I want emotional stability, I want passion, but I don't know what will I do with this person, because clearly we do not have any plan. No, there are other things also needed in life. So that means there has to be a balance. So you should not just sway one side. You should actually think about pros and cons of each and every side. Basically what it's telling you is for you to be a bit more practical and a bit more emotional as well. So try and fulfill both of your sides. Okay, so this is what I'm picking up for you, pile number one. Let's just check through tarot what is coming. What is this answer the call? What pile number one has to answer? We have the world card. What makes you complete, pile number one? What makes you happy? What makes you fulfilled? And then taking action based on that. Creating that situation around that inner relationship that makes you feel complete. What is this balance about? What do they have to balance? Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman, Ace of Wands. With these cards, what I feel here is that either it's a complete stop for you, pile number one, or it's like going in very strong. With Ace of Wands energy, like it's like full on passion, adventure, going in super strong, or it's like, nope, can't do this. No, 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 can't do this. This is not what I signed up for. There has to be a balance. Start to look at relationships from a different perspective. And the balance is perhaps is not between the society and you. The balance perhaps that we are talking about here is what we have checked through tarot, is between your mind and your heart. Your urge to take things to the next level really quickly, you have to curb that. What is this mending bridges? Hierophant, society, Knight of Wands, passion, and Ten of Pentacles. And we have King of Cups here. So basically, the balance between the society, the balance between your passion, the balance between taking action towards making this, completely about commitment. You have to basically mend balance between the society and yourself. And although with King of Cups, when you are mending these bridges, you have to be very, very emotionally stable. Pile number one. Okay, let's just check what Star Brothers is about. Hermit, Sun. So it's more about, either you're isolated or you're like completely out there enjoying life, giving hope to other people and enjoying yourself and celebrating. Pile number one, what I'm picking up here from the tarot as well as from the cards is that the passion that you feel towards other person is not equal to whether you should give commitment to other person or not. You have to be very practical about it, and the passion you feel is momentarily. You don't have to take relationship from 0 to 100 level based on the passion. Okay, there are other things at play and which you have to consider. So all you have to do is transmute that passion, become emotionally stable, seek out what you actually want in a relationship that makes you fulfilled emotionally. Okay, and then take that action. That is the final message for you, pile number 1. Okay, let me know in the comments down below if this is resonating with you. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave it here for you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Hello, Pile 2. So, those of you who resonated with adversity, this is going to be a reading. We are checking what universe wants to tell you about your love situation. Baby steps. Be present. Believing in magic. And trust the niggle. There is a very, very specific message that I'm getting here. Very specific message. Soar. Hmm. Pile number 2, you are asked to surrender. There is a high possibility that if you're single, you're gonna meet someone who will going to make you question everything when it comes to love and relationship. Who is going to shake your beliefs to the core, and who is going to force you to surrender to the universe. And you will be feeling very, very stuck about where this connection is going. Why am I feeling this certain way? Why am I so drawn towards this person? I don't know what is happening in my life. But what I feel here is that, and this particular relationship will be very, very challenging. Those of you who are already in a relationship, more like situationship, you already know what adversity is. There is a lot of on and off feeling that you're getting with this person, and you are just trying to move on really hard, but you cannot. It's like you just cannot shake off this attraction, and you're very, very stuck. And what universe is trying to, and this person is nowhere. Like you probably would want commitment, and this person doesn't. And it's not like that you would want to give them the commitment as well, or it's just that, I don't know, you're just feeling very, very stuck, that you don't know like what to do with this feeling. Should you take it forward, but based on what actions this person is showing to you, you don't know what to do about it. And perhaps pile number 2, group number 2, what I also feel is that you are someone who would want to control an outcome of every relationship. Like if at all you are starting this relationship, you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel, that yes, from the simple hi hello to the first meeting, you will going to see that okay, fine, is this the person that I'm going to spend rest of my life with? You start to think from that perspective, and then you start behaving with this particular person from the backwards. For people, those of you who are actually in a relationship, I would say that you guys have to perhaps, first of all, those of you who are in a relationship and committed and not married, you have to let this go. Basically, pile number two, your message is to surrender, to go with the flow. These are the only two messages that universe is asking you to do. With this adversity, because there is a lot of challenge, it's hard for you to actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't know whether this relationship will going to move towards commitment, or if you're committed, with whether this relationship will going to move towards marriage. You don't know, right? And that is something which is unsettling you. Well, what you are doing is that trying to control this outcome, try to see clarity, try to have this discussion with this person, but you just cannot let this go. And every time you get into a discussion, every time you're asking a clarity, there is a dispute that is happening. You guys are getting separated. And in that separation, you are realizing that why can't I just take this person off my mind? Why do I have this constant nudge? Perhaps it could be different signs from the universe. The person name is appearing, or someone that looks like them appearing in front of you. That is happening. And if this is the case, then you have to trust it. Trust your intuition, that if something is nudging you about this person and you just cannot shake this person off your mind, that means there is something that's meant to be, even though right now at this point you do not see this happening, but you have to surrender and let things unfold at its own divine time. And you just have to take those baby steps where you are guided by the universe, that hello, let's just have our first trip together, enjoy that. Okay, don't just say that, hey, if I'm going to the with you on this first trip, what does it mean for us? Where is this going? Are we exclusive now, or are we going to get married now? Is this the place that we're going to have our honeymoon in? No, 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 no. Be present. So that means find clarity in the moment. You are there with this person in this moment because that makes you happy, and that is it. With the soar, flying above the ordinary, believing in magic and taking that baby step, that yes, it will gonna happen and it will gonna unfold itself for my better good. Okay, pile number two. Whoa, that is intense, pile number two. But we will check. What does this trust the niggle mean? Emperor. What does this trust the niggle mean? Magician. And then justice. So what I feel here is that the magician is basically the universe. The emperor is you, who is trying to control everything, who has to set a structure, who has to set an order for anything, that these are certain rule books that you have to follow. What is doing is that emperor should just become a magician, surrender to the universe. There's an infinity sign, which is why I'm referring this to as a universe. And then justice will be given to you. So you have to believe in magic. You have to take baby step. You have to be present in the moment, and you have to soar in the present. Okay. And that is you. You just have to trust your niggle. Let's just see what is soar. What does this soar clarify? Ow. This is Page of Cups, strength, transformation, Nine of Pentacles. And as soon as you let go of your dreamy world about how this relationship will going to progress, you will be transformed into abundance, Nine of Pentacles, into a pre-Empress energy. And all you have to do is live in the moment. Pile number two. That is it. And magic is basically waiting for you. All right, pile number two. So that is all that I can see that universe is trying to tell you, which is a very good learning. And I'm gonna take this learning as for me as well. So I mean, it's like good that I'm just learning with you. And well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello, pile three. So, those of you who resonated with love, this is going to be a reading. We are checking what are your messages from the universe regarding your love life. Looking deeper. Pile number three, universe, please guide me. What are their messages related to their love life? You got the love. Universe, please guide me. What are the messages for pile number three? Imrama. Messages from the universe. A time to remember. Okay, now there is a very specific message here. Sisterhood. Guys, pile number three. What I can see for you is that there is a need for you to heal something related to your childhood. Something related to your childhood, some trauma, some limiting belief that you need to break before you move on to your relationship. You really need to heal something because we have a love. You're someone who's very closed off, is what I'm picking up. You're someone who's very closed off. You afraid to be vulnerable with the other person, and you have your guards up so high that they cannot reach out to you. There are a lot of guards. There are a lot of layers to it that the person has to go through. They're more like tests for the other person when they are in a relationship with you, and that sometimes frustrates the other person. And with this Imrama, where are you being called to journey to is basically you have to go within your emotions, go within yourself. Like, what is it that is troubling you? Why are there walls there? Okay. And how you can do that, how you can, dismantle those walls, how you can go within your, your emotions within your heart, what you need to heal is something that is related to your childhood, something that is related to a woman in general, because we have a card of sisterhood here. It could be a friend, it could be your mother, it could be a sister, it could be, any woman in your family. Knowingly, unknowingly, there was some sort of behavior which has left an impact on you, and that is making you very, very closed off, guarded. Okay, so there is a need for you to look deeper within. So with this, you got the love that is more about codependency, boundaries, Hadrian energy. I don't know what Hadrian energy means, but yeah, codependency and boundaries is something that I'm picking up. And with looking deeper, it's like you have to clear out the energies of different people from your aura, which is kind of making you very, very closed off to the other person that you get into a relationship with. So, the straightaway universe message is basically to heal yourself and practice self love. First, open your heart chakra. Be you have, I mean, and there's something, that inner child trauma that is still there, that you need to heal before you move forward into any relationship. What is this a time to remember means? What is this time to remember means? Emotional neglect is what I'm picking up from this Eight of Cups. There is world. Three of Wands. I feel there is a lot of waiting energy, something that was promised to you, but that was not given to you. It was perhaps has left a deep mark on your heart. There is a lot of emotional neglect that I'm picking up in the childhood, which you really need to heal. What is this Magician card? It just popped up. I put it back, and now it has popped up again. So I'm gonna take this. In Magician card here, I feel is more about manipulation, emotional manipulation that you have had faced in the past. Perhaps that is something that needs to be healed here. What is this? Codependency and boundaries. You got the Love, Knight of Wands. You're overgiving in a relationship, pile number 3. Fear of abandonment. Yeah, fear of abandonment. You are overgiving in a relationship. And perhaps for some of you, if someone comes at you with love, you are not ready to receive it. With Two of Swords energy, you say no to love. No. No passion, no intense love. I want something which is just superficial. Looking deeper. What does looking deeper means? Hangman. Star. Four of Swords, you are okay. So there is clearly an energy that you do not want to accept love from others because you feel that you do not deserve it. Perhaps because your emotions weren't validated in the past. What I see here is that when someone comes at you with a lot of passion, so it's Queen of Cups, and with Knight of Wands, this is someone else's energy, which is more of your partner's energy. When someone comes to you and offer you that love, you are not in a position to accept it because you yourself is not healed. You think that you do not deserve this love and everyone is just here to probably hurt you. What is this love about? Fool. Devil. You can't take that leap of faith. You have hard time trusting people with your emotions, pile number 3. Yeah, you have hard time trusting people with your emotions. What do they have to look within? Do they have to look within? Ace of Wands. You end things before this could start because you feel that this is better for you. So this is what universe is trying to tell you, pile number 3. You have to be open to giving and receiving love. You have to be able to trust the other person with your emotions, be emotionally vulnerable. Don't end things just because, whatever that has happened in the past is not healed yet. You can still heal them, still heal your emotions. Okay, and give people a chance. Don't be this guarded. Don't be like Two of Swords energy. No. No one's getting through here. All right, pal number three. So, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. And all the best, and bye bye.